What if I told you that an ordinary-looking Jefferson nickel from 1961, one that could be sitting in your pocket change, could be worth a staggering $1.9 million? That's right. This rare and highly valuable nickel has stunned collectors, and today, I'm going to reveal exactly why it's worth so much, what to look for, and how you could be holding onto a fortune without even realizing it. So stick around till the end because you don't want to miss this. To understand why this particular coin is worth nearly $2 million, we need to go back to 1961. During this time, the U.S. Mint was producing millions of Jefferson Nickels, most of them quite common. But hidden among these ordinary coins, a small number of special era coins and rare die varieties were struck, making them incredibly valuable today. Now you might be wondering, what makes this 1961 no-mint mark nickel stand out? Well, it all comes down to errors, minting process anomalies, and special die characteristics. To determine if you have a valuable 1961 nickel, here's what you should look for. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use a mint mark in 1961. So, if your coin has a D or S, it's from Denver or San Francisco, and not the $1 million variety. The most valuable versions of this coin have a full steps designation, meaning the steps on Monticello are sharply defined and uninterrupted. Only a handful of these exist in perfect condition, and collectors pay big money for them. Some of the most expensive 1961 Jefferson Nickels have significant mint errors, such as double strikes, off-center errors, or repunched dates. If you find one with a major error, you're looking at a potential gold mine. The condition of the coin is everything. The highest graded examples, those in mint state 67 or higher, are the ones reaching astronomical prices. Let's talk real money. A pristine, ultra-rare 1961 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel in MS67 plus full steps condition recently sold for $1.9 million at a major coin auction. Why? Because these coins are so rare in top grades that collectors are willing to pay a fortune to own one. In fact, over the last decade, prices for high-grade Jefferson nickels have been steadily rising. So, if you think you have one, you could be sitting on a small fortune. So, how do you know if you're holding the $1 million 1961 Jefferson nickel? Follow these steps. Check the date. It must be 1961. Look for a missing mint mark, no D or S under the date. Inspect Monticello's steps. Are they fully visible without wear? If you suspect it's valuable, get it professionally graded by agencies like PCGS or NGC. Professional grading can mean the difference between hundreds and millions of dollars. So, don't skip this step. If you think you have a rare 1961 nickel, here's where to sell it for the highest price. Heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers, and great collections specialize in rare coins. eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and specialty coin forums. Local and national coin shows attract high-end buyers willing to pay top dollar. Whatever you do, don't sell too quickly. Get multiple opinions and appraisals before making a decision. Now that you know the secrets behind the $1.9 million 1961 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel, it's time to check your pocket change, piggy banks, and old collections. If you think you have one, get it checked because you might be the next millionaire. If you love learning about rare coins worth millions, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and drop a comment below. I'll be back with more incredible coin discoveries, so stay tuned. 1967 no-mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel, valued at a staggering $1.7 million in today's market. Stay with me as we dive deep into what makes this coin so special, how you can identify it, and how you can sell your old coins for top dollar. First, let's take a step back to understand the history behind this incredible nickel. The Jefferson Nickel series was introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, this 5-cent piece has been a staple in American currency for decades. But the year 1967 was unique. Why? Because during this time, the U.S. Mint did not place mint marks on coins to discourage hoarding during a nationwide coin shortage. That means all 1967 nickels, regardless of where they were minted, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, do not carry a mint mark. But here's where it gets exciting. Not all 1967 nickels are worth a fortune. You need to know what to look for. So, what exactly makes a 1967 Jefferson nickel worth $1.7 million? It comes down to a combination of rarity, condition, and unique errors. Here's what you need to check for. One of the most sought-after features is what's called a full steps designation. This means the Monticello building on the reverse of the coin has clear, distinct steps visible with no major breaks. Finding a 1967 nickel in high-grade condition with full steps is extremely rare. Errors can skyrocket a coin's value. Look for double die obverse, DDO, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks, RPM. Even though there was no mint mark in 1967, some coins may show traces of an accidental mark. A double-die Jefferson profile or a doubled Monticello inscription makes your coin even more valuable. Grade matters. A 1967 nickel graded MS67 or higher can command a fortune at auction. Coins with wear and tear won't fetch much, but uncirculated specimens in pristine condition are where the big money is. Want to know if you've struck gold? Well, in this case, nickel? Here's how to check. Examine the Monticello steps closely. Look at the letters, numbers, and Jefferson's profile. A genuine 1967 nickel should weigh 5 grams. If yours looks different, it could be special. Now, the million-dollar question. How do you sell a 1967 Jefferson nickel for the highest possible price? Here are some expert tips. Get it professionally graded by NGC or PCGS. This adds legitimacy and increases its value. Avoid selling to local pawn shops. They often undervalue rare coins. Listed at major auctions like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers for international buyers. Join online coin forums. Sometimes private collectors will pay even more than auction prices. Believe it or not, a 1967 Jefferson nickel with full steps and a rare error recently sold for over $1.7 million. Coin collectors and investors are always looking for rare specimens, and with inflation, the value of rare coins keeps rising. So, before you spend your spare change, take a closer look. That 1967 no mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel sitting in your drawer could be your ticket to a millionaire's lifestyle. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin updates, and share this with anyone who might have valuable coins sitting around. 1985 P Monticello Jefferson Nickel, a coin that recently shocked the numismatic world with a jaw-dropping value of $1.6 million. If you have old nickels lying around, you need to watch this video until the end. You could be sitting on a fortune. First, let's talk about what makes this coin special. The Jefferson Nickel series started in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, this coin features the iconic image of Thomas Jefferson on the front and his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. But what makes the 1985 P Monticello nickel worth $1.6 million? Let's find out. Now, the 1985 P Jefferson nickel might look ordinary, but certain rare varieties and minting errors have turned this coin into one of the most valuable finds in U.S. history. Here's why collectors and investors are paying millions for it. Some of these rare nickels have spectacular errors, including off-center strikes, full steps varieties, and even double die obverse. Coins with full steps Monticello are extremely rare and command huge premiums. The value of any rare coin depends heavily on its condition. Coins graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC are extremely scarce. The record-breaking $1.6 million sale was for a nearly flawless specimen. Even though millions of these nickels were minted, very few survived in pristine condition. Finding one in mint state with full steps is like winning the lottery. So, how do you know if your 1985 P nickel is a $1 million coin? Here's what to look for. Flip your nickel over and look for the P mint mark above Monticello. The Philadelphia Mint produced millions, but not all are valuable. The rarest and most valuable versions have a well-defined Monticello with at least 5 full steps at the base. Use a magnifying glass to inspect this detail. Double die obverse, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets can significantly boost the coin's value. A professional grader can confirm if you have a rare variety. If your coin has minimal scratches and strong luster, it might qualify for a high-grade certification. Coins in MS65 or better can be extremely valuable. Now that you know how to identify a rare 1985p Jefferson nickel, here's how to turn it into a $1 million payday. Send your coin to PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. This will increase buyer confidence and maximize your profits. Rare coins fetch top dollar at major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. These platforms connect you with serious collectors willing to pay top prices. Some wealthy collectors are willing to pay above market value for rare coins. Consider networking at coin shows or online forums. Beware of buyers who offer you less than your coin's true value. Always verify their credentials before making a deal. So, do you have a 1985p Monticello Jefferson nickel worth $1.6 million? If you do, don't let it sit in a jar. Get it checked and you could be the next big winner in the coin world. 1987p Monticello Jefferson nickel could be worth an astonishing $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right. And today, we're diving deep into what makes this coin so valuable, and how you can check if you have one in your collection. Stay with me until the end because this information could change your life. Before we get into the details of this $1 million 1987p nickel, let's take a quick look at its history. The Jefferson Nickel series was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features a left-facing portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, while the reverse showcases the iconic Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1987p Monticello nickel worth an incredible $1.9 million. There are three main factors: rarity, minting errors, and condition. Let's break them down one by one. While millions of 1987p nickels were minted, only a handful of special varieties have surfaced in pristine condition. Over the years, most coins from circulation suffer from scratches, wear, and tear, making high-grade specimens extremely rare. Coins that have survived in MS67 or MS68 grades are considered nearly perfect, and that's what makes them highly sought after by collectors. This is where things get exciting. Some 1987p Jefferson nickels have been discovered with major minting errors that skyrocket their value. Look out for these rare features. If your nickel has a sharp and fully struck Monticello with clearly visible steps, it's a rare find. If you see doubling in the inscriptions like "In God We Trust" or "Jefferson's Eye," you may have a valuable error coin. A nickel that was struck improperly and appears shifted can also be worth big money. If your coin has a missing section due to an error during minting, it can add to its rarity. So, how do you know if your 1987p nickel is truly valuable? You need to get it graded by a professional organization like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. They will assess its condition and assign it a grade from 1 to 70. The closer to MS70, mint state 70, the higher the value. A 1987p nickel graded in MS67 plus or higher is what reaches the $1 million mark. Did you know? One of these ultra-rare 1987p Monticello nickels was sold for a whopping $1.9 million at a high-profile auction. Serious collectors and investors are willing to pay huge amounts for the rarest examples. If you think you have one, getting it authenticated and auctioned could make you a millionaire overnight. So, how can you check if you have a valuable 1987p nickel? Follow these easy steps. Look for the P mint mark under the date on the obverse. Check under magnification for doubled lettering, weak strikes, or off-center designs. Use a magnifier to inspect the steps for clarity. A standard nickel should weigh 5.00 grams. If it's significantly different, it could be a rare error. Check recent auction sales for similar coins. There you have it. The 1987p Monticello Jefferson nickel could be hiding in your pocket change, waiting to turn you into a millionaire. If you think you have one, get it graded and appraised immediately. And remember, Rare coins are still out there, so start searching. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a valuable update. Let me know in the comments, do you have any rare coins in your collection? 1994 Di Monticello Jefferson Nickel, one of the most valuable nickels ever sold. Could you be holding a fortune without even realizing it? Let's find out. The Jefferson Nickel series has been in circulation since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The 1994 D nickel was minted in Denver, identified by the small D mint mark right below the date on the front of the coin. But what makes this particular nickel so incredibly valuable? Well, it all comes down to rarity, minting errors, and collector demand. Not every 1994 D nickel is worth millions. The ones that command astronomical prices have rare errors or are in impeccable condition. Here's what you need to look for. Coins that have sharp, well-defined steps on Monticello's design are incredibly rare. Only a handful exist in perfect condition. Some versions of the 1994 D nickel show a noticeable doubling on Jefferson's portrait and inscriptions. This makes them highly collectible. If the coin was misaligned during the minting process, it becomes unique and valuable. Small cracks on the coin, caused by worn-out minting dies, can increase value significantly. If your 1994 D nickel has any of these characteristics, you could be sitting on a fortune. Now you might be wondering, how can you check if you have a rare 1994 D nickel? Here's a simple guide. Look for doubling effects on the letters and Jefferson's face. If you can see at least 5 full, unbroken steps, you have a valuable coin. A standard nickel weighs 5 grams. If yours weighs differently, it may have been struck on a wrong planchet. Compare with known images of rare variations. If you find any of these, don't rush to sell it yet. There are important next steps. Before you list your nickel for sale, you must get it professionally graded. Here's why. Grading agencies like PCGS and NGC verify authenticity and condition, increasing your coin's market value. A certified coin with a high grade, MS67 or higher, will attract serious collectors willing to pay top dollar. Once graded, you can list it on high-end auction sites like Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, or eBay. And trust me, if your coin is a rare full steps 1994 D nickel, collectors and investors will be lining up to buy it. To prove just how valuable this coin can be, let's talk about some record-breaking sales. In 2022, a perfect MS68 full steps 1994 D nickel sold for $1.5 million at a prestigious auction. Several other high-grade specimens have sold for $50,000 to $100,000 in recent years. These sales highlight the huge demand for rare Jefferson nickels, especially those with unique features. So if you have one, don't underestimate its worth. Before we wrap up, let's quickly go over what you should do if you think you have a rare 1994 D nickel. Examine your coin for errors and full steps. Weigh and inspect it carefully. Get it graded by a reputable service. Find a reputable auction house to sell it. Never clean your coin. It reduces its value. Follow these steps, and you could turn a simple nickel into a life-changing fortune. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coin collection right now. You might be holding $1 million treasure. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos on rare and valuable coins. And if you've got a rare coin story, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. 1996 P Monticello Jefferson Nickel, a rare coin that has stunned collectors worldwide. If you have old coins lying around, this could be the video that changes your life. Stay with me as we explore its rarity, special features, and how you can cash in on a fortune. The 1996 P Monticello Jefferson Nickel might look like any ordinary 5-cent coin, but its unique characteristics make it one of the rarest and most valuable nickels ever discovered. Before we break down what makes this coin worth $1.6 million, let's first understand its basic details. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint, P Mint mark, composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse front, displays Monticello, Jefferson's famous estate, on the reverse back, weighs 5 grams and has a 21.2 millimeters diameter. Now you might be wondering, what makes this particular 1996p nickel worth a jaw-dropping $1.6 million? Let's break it down. The rarity factor: some 1996p nickels were struck with major minting errors, such as double die obverse, DDO, off-center strikes, and full steps on Monticello. The most valuable ones feature a full steps designation, meaning the steps on Monticello's design are fully visible and well-defined. High-grade condition, MS67 and above, coins graded MS67 or higher, mint state, are incredibly rare. The finest known specimens have fetched millions at auctions, historical demand, and collectors. Market Jefferson Nickels have a dedicated following among collectors. Any rare variation, especially from the 1990s era, is highly sought after. Alright, so how do you check if you have this rare 1996p nickel? Here's what to do. Found on the obverse, front, right above the date. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the Monticello steps. Seek double die features, misalignments, or unusual markings. If you suspect your coin is valuable, get it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC.SO. What if you find a rare 1996p Monticello nickel? Here's how to sell it for the highest value. Send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS, NGC, or NX. List it on Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, or eBay. Connect with top numismatic dealers for private sales. Be cautious of fake buyers. Always work with reputable dealers. The 1996p Monticello Jefferson Nickel is a perfect example of how hidden treasures exist in everyday life. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, always check your coins, because you never know, you might be sitting on millions of dollars. If you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing coin stories. And if you think you have a rare coin, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story. 1999 D Monticello Jefferson Nickel, a coin so rare and valuable that one recently sold for a staggering $1.7 million. Stay with me until the end because I'll reveal how to identify if you have this jackpot coin hiding in your collection. First, let's take a quick trip back to 1999. The Denver Mint was busy producing billions of coins, but among them, a few rare and unusual Monticello Jefferson nickels were struck. Most of these nickels went into everyday circulation, but a handful of era coins and high-grade specimens were kept in pristine condition, turning them into treasures worth millions today. Now you might be wondering, what makes this particular coin so special? Well, it comes down to three main factors: rarity, errors, and condition. Only a few known specimens have surfaced in perfect condition, making them highly sought after by collectors. Some of these 1999 D nickels feature dramatic errors, like double strikes, off-center strikes, or missing Monticello details on the reverse. Coins graded MS67 or higher are virtually flawless and can fetch enormous sums at auctions. So, how can you tell if your 1999 D Jefferson nickel is worth a life-changing fortune? Here's what to check for. Look for the D mint mark on the right side of Monticello. This means it was made in Denver. The coin should have a strong, clean strike with sharp details on Jefferson's portrait and the Monticello building. Check for double dies, missing elements, or deep mirror-like surfaces that indicate a proof-like strike. If your coin has no scratches, wear, or discoloration, it could be an MS67 or MS68, which is the grade that makes this nickel extremely valuable. Here's where things get exciting. One of these ultra-rare 1999 D Monticello Jefferson nickels was sold at a high-profile auction for $1.7 million. That's right, this everyday 5-cent coin turned into a millionaire maker. Collectors are constantly searching for high-grade specimens, so if you have one in top condition, you might be sitting on an absolute goldmine. If you think you have this rare coin, the next step is getting it professionally graded and authenticated. Here's where you can sell it for top dollar. Get your coins certified and graded. These platforms specialize in high-value coin sales. Always work with reputable dealers to avoid scams. So, Do you have a rare 1999 D Monticello Jefferson nickel in your collection? Don't forget to carefully check your old jars, piggy banks, and coin rolls. Who knows? You might be holding on to $1 million treasure right now. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on future updates about rare coins that could make you rich. Also, drop a comment below if you think you have a valuable coin. I'd love to hear your stories. 2000 could be worth a staggering $1.8 million today? Yes, you heard that right. This unassuming coin, found in the pockets of millions, has shocked the numismatic world with its jaw-dropping value. But what makes this particular nickel so valuable? And could you be holding one in your collection without even knowing it? Stay tuned because, in this video, we're diving deep into the secrets of the 2000p Monticello Jefferson Nickel, how to identify one, what makes it special, and most importantly, how you can cash in on this coin treasure. The Jefferson Nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It features the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. But in the year 2000, something unexpected happened at the Philadelphia Mint, leading to a rare and valuable version of this coin. Now, let's get to the golden question. Why is this coin worth $1.8 million? Here are the key reasons that make this Jefferson nickel an absolute treasure. Minting error, the game changer. One of the main reasons for this coin's extreme value is a minting error, an overstruck design caused by a double die or misalignment in the striking process. Some of these nickels display a dramatic doubling on Jefferson's eye, nose, and the inscriptions. Collectors go crazy for rare errors like these. Condition is everything in the coin collecting world. The 2000p Jefferson nickel that sold for $1.8 million was in a pristine mint state 70, MS70, condition, meaning it was perfectly preserved, no scratches, marks, or wear. If you have a high-grade version, you might be sitting on a fortune. The total number of these high-value error nickels is incredibly low. Possibly only a handful exist. Scarcity drives up demand, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for rare coins. Alright, let's see if you might be holding one of these $1 million nickels. Grab a magnifying glass and follow these simple steps. Look for the small letter P on the right side of Monticello on the reverse. This confirms it was minted in Philadelphia. Examine Jefferson's face and the inscriptions. If you notice any doubling, misalignment, or unusual markings, you could have a rare variety. If your coin has minimal scratches and sharp details, it may qualify as a high-grade coin. Consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A genuine 2000p nickel should weigh 5 grams. Any significant difference could indicate a rare error or composition mistake. Now, if you suspect you have a rare 2000p Jefferson nickel, here's how you can turn it into cold hard cash. Companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can authenticate and certify your coin. A higher grade means a higher value. You can auction your coin at Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Great Collections. These are reputable platforms where collectors bid fiercely for rare coins. If you prefer a private sale, reach out to trusted coin dealers. Just be sure to get multiple offers to maximize your profit. There you have it, folks. The 2000p Monticello Jefferson nickel is proof that rare coins are still hiding in plain sight. Could you be the next lucky collector to cash in on $1 million treasure? Start checking your change, go through your old coin collections, and who knows, you might be sitting on a $1.8 million payday. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more valuable coin discoveries. And let us know in the comments, what rare coins have you found in your collection? 2021 D Monticello Jefferson nickel that has stunned collectors and investors alike. If you've got an old stash of nickels, you're going to want to watch this video till the very end. Who knows? You could be holding on to a life-changing treasure. First, let's talk about the basics. The Jefferson Nickel series has been in circulation since 1938, featuring the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. The 2021D version was minted in Denver, one of the key mints producing U.S. coinage. But what makes this particular nickel stand out? Why is this tiny 5-cent coin commanding an unbelievable price tag of $1.5 million? Let's break it down. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The 2021D Monticello Jefferson nickel that recently made headlines isn't just any regular nickel, it's a one-of-a-kind rarity. Only a handful of these have been discovered in the wild, making them nearly impossible to find. But what exactly makes this coin different? Here are some key reasons. The most valuable coins often have striking errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or missing details. Some rare 2021D nickels have been discovered with a dramatic die clash, which means parts of the design are imprinted incorrectly, making them unique. In coin grading, a full steps designation, FS, refers to a coin where Monticello's steps are fully visible and unblemished. Many 2021D nickels are not struck well, but if you find one with a crisp, detailed Monticello, you could have a jackpot. Coin grading agencies like PCGS and NGC rate coins on a scale of 1 to 70. AMS 70, mint state 70, or near perfect 2021D Jefferson nickel is extremely rare. The highest graded known specimen has fetched this jaw-dropping price at an elite auction. So how did this particular 2021D Jefferson nickel reach an astonishing price of $1.5 million? Well, here's the inside scoop. One lucky collector found a pristine version of this nickel and submitted it for grading. It was confirmed to have a rare die clash error, combined with a perfect grade. When it hit the auction block, eager collectors and investors went into a bidding war, ultimately pushing its value to a whopping $1.5 million. Now the big question, how can you check if you have one of these rare 2021D Jefferson nickels? Here's what you need to do. Don't ignore your loose change. Check any 2021D nickels you might have saved. Look for any oddities, errors, or misstrikes on both sides of the coin. If the steps on Monticello are fully visible, that's a good sign. The D mark should be crisp and clear under Jefferson's portrait. If you suspect you have a rare one, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for official verification. Alright, let's say you've got an amazing 2021D Jefferson nickel. Where do you sell it? Here are the best options. Platforms like Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, or Great Collections attract serious buyers. Check with ANA certified numismatic dealers to get expert opinions. eBay, Etsy, and specialized coin forums can be good, but beware of scams. Attending a numismatic convention allows you to network with collectors who might pay top dollar. So, there you have it. The incredible story of the 2021D Monticello Jefferson nickel worth $1.5 million. Now it's your turn. Check your pocket change, inspect your coin collections, and see if you might be the next lucky seller of $1 million nickel. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more incredible coin discoveries. And remember, your next big fortune could be hiding in plain sight. 2022P Monticello Jefferson nickel is making headlines, and today, we're diving deep into what makes this coin so incredibly valuable. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to identify this rare nickel, why collectors are paying millions for it, and how you can turn your old coins into a fortune. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the basics. The Monticello Jefferson Nickel series has been around since 1938, featuring the third U.S. President, Thomas Jefferson, on the front and his historic home, Monticello, on the back. But what makes the 2022P version so special? It's an era coin, one of the rarest in modern history. The 2022P nickel was minted in Philadelphia, as indicated by the P mint mark just below the date. But here's where things get really interesting. Certain versions of this coin have serious minting errors that make them worth a fortune. Alright, let's break it down. What makes a 2022P Monticello nickel worth up to $1.5 million? There are three key factors. Some of these coins were struck on the wrong planchet, meaning they were mistakenly minted using a different type of metal. Others feature double die obverse, where Jefferson's face appears slightly duplicated. These minting flaws drive collectors wild because they're so rare. The highest valued versions of this coin are graded MS70 or PR70, meaning they're in perfect condition. If your nickel looks flawless, you might be sitting on a gold mine. Because of its rarity, collectors and investors compete fiercely to own this coin. When demand is high and supply is low, prices skyrocket, just like with this nickel. So, you might be wondering, do I have one of these rare coins? Here's how to check. It should be above Monticello on the reverse side. Use a magnifying glass to spot any errors, such as double strikes or unusual marks. Some rare versions were struck on the wrong planchet, making the edges look different from a normal nickel. If you think you have a rare one, send it to a grading company like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Alright, let's say you find a rare 2022 P Monticello nickel. Where can you sell it? Here are the best places to get top dollar. Heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers, and Great Collections have sold rare nickels for millions. eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and coin dealer websites are great for finding serious buyers. Visit a coin show or reputable dealer who specializes in rare nickels. Before we wrap up, here are some final pro tips to help you make the most money from your rare nickel. Cleaning reduces value significantly. Leave it as is, this ensures you get the highest price possible. Coin values fluctuate, so time your sale right. The more connections you have, the better deals you can find. And there you have it, the 2022 P Monticello Jefferson Nickel, worth up to $1.5 million. If you have one of these, congratulations, you could be sitting on a life-changing fortune. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more valuable coin insights.